Why is it that a lot of us don't remember our dreams, even when we want to consciously remember them? We talk to the coup, and if you wake up in a dream, you might remember a little bit of it. You go to the bathroom, you come back, you wake up again, and it's gone. It seems to have this fading quality to it.
Sure.
But then on the other hand, when there's a really important message that has to come through, the dream, you couldn't forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how does one consciously work with this if you want to remember more of the dreams?
Okay. First, you got to eat more fish. Yeah? Oh, eating fish stimulates dream recall. That's okay. But dream memory works like any other kind of memory. The more energy the dream, the more energetic a reaction you have to the dream, the more you're going to remember it. And that's just like any other memory. Very often people have quite a bit of difficulty remembering what they had for lunch last week. Unless it was a very rousing lunch, you know, or something very important and significant happened at lunch. If you don't pay a lot of attention, if there's not something significant going on, we have what we call short-term memory. You have to get deeply relaxed with a strong intent in order to pick up that memory again. It's not, it doesn't disappear, it's just not recorded very much. Okay? Not a strong recording, if you like. If you want to enhance your dream recall, in addition to basic things like relaxation, which before you go to sleep, which is important because tension is one of the things that inhibits any kind of memory recall in whatever state you're in. Right? So relaxation before you go to sleep is going to be very helpful. But also you've got to make dreams important. Okay? If you really look at dreams as something important that you want to explore and learn from and learn how to operate with and in, when more you make them important, the more dream recall you'll have. And finally, one thing is, when you get up in the morning, don't immediately get up and move, because your dreams are associated with your body position. All memory is associated with your physical body. Your muscles are what remembers. Okay? So if you have a dream that it was not very, very, very powerful, and you wake up in the morning and it kind of fades out right away, it's usually because you're moving or starting to think of something else immediately. Sometimes if you can move back into the same position you were when you woke up, same body position, very often the dream will fade back into your mind. You may have noticed, a lot of you, often when you wake up and you didn't even think about dreaming, but as you're getting ready for the day, why you'll be taking a shower or doing something else, and some particular position you're in, suddenly a whole dream floods back. Okay? Because that position, or even the relaxation of the shower perhaps, is making that memory accessible again. So reduce the tension, increase the fish. If you want to remember dreams that don't have a lot of sensory content, including emotional content, then maintain the position in the morning. Sometimes you can also just make an affirmation while you're lying there quietly. You just repeat to yourself in a kind of a matter-of-fact way, I can remember that dream. I can remember that dream easily. It's coming back to me right now, no problem. This kind of matter-of-fact affirmation gives a message to your subconscious, and very often, again, the muscles will release and the dream will come back.
Isn't the dream realm part of that spiritual realm that we work in as shamans?
Yeah, we call this third level, and it's a very common for shamans to, depending on how much shamanism you practice, to either work there or live there all the time, even in our relationship with this world. Yes.
Well, what benefits do you get from doing this dream analysis and memory and stuff?
Oh, okay.
Eating or?
Well, first of all, it's another whole world. It's like visiting another country and learning new things. When you visit another country, you're doing more than just physically visiting another country. You're also expanding your mind and your spirit. And there's a tremendous amount of subtle learning that's going on without even your conscious awareness of it. Okay? And you will be changed. Right? You'll be changed more if you go into it fully with interest, but you'll be changed anyway, just because you'll have such a tremendous amount of new memory. Now, when you go into the dream world, it's very much the same thing. It's another world. A lot of, let's say, rules of how it works are somewhat similar to here, but it's such a vast realm that many places are quite unlike here. And anything you learn in another place, in another way of thinking, in another way of acting, expands your abilities wherever you are. Some people do the equivalent by reading a lot of fiction. And some people, with science fiction or fantasy or novels of any kind, but the more, how can I put it? The more unreal they are in relation to this existence, the more expansive they are in terms of helping you acquire new and different skills and flexibility in dealing with various things that come up in this life. A lot of inspiration comes from the ability, a lot of inspiration and talent comes from the ability to think differently about ordinary things. The dream work helps you do that. And I'm not talking so much about analysis as exploration and adventure. And then you learn how to change dreams. And changing dreams becomes a way of healing this world, when you're treating this world as a dream. So you learn how to be a sculptor or an artist in the dream world, and it's easier often to do that than it is to be a sculptor and an artist in this world, in terms of life. So you learn to do healing, you learn to do changing of events by working in the dream world and having that affect this world. Very popular shamanic way of operating.